Today we're gonna, oh wait, hold on, before I start, let me tell you what the date is. July 15th. Today is July 16th. Today is July 17th. Today is July 18th. July 19th. July 20th. Today is July 21st, 2025. Today we're going to talk about Wake Technical Community College. Again. I wonder what I made the thumbnail for this video. Was it the exact same? It shouldn't be the exact same. At the very least, my face should be different. But like yesterday's video, I'm compiling a bunch of 5-second clips into something digestible that you can watch. Today, in other news, I'm actually planning on going to see the new F1 movie in theaters. I'm very excited. I can't wait. But before I do that, I have to tell you about Wake Technical Community College. So, let me begin. I'll be going there starting in the fall, Monday, August 18th? August 18th. I'm very, very nervous. Why am I nervous? Well, because I haven't been in school for a long time, like I said in yesterday's video. But it's gonna have to happen, and it's gonna have to happen, and it's gonna have to happen, and I'm gonna have to do it. So if you'd like to follow along, then I'll continue to post videos about it, like today. But another reason that I'm making this video about Wake Technical Community... Another reason that I'm making this video about Wake Technical Community College is because I think talking about it helps. You see, I'm stressed. Obviously. So I think to leave it in my head is worse than to let it out of my mouth. But when I let it out of my mouth, there's nothing to really say, because the only true stress reliever is actually doing it. And actually doing it is possible in one way, and another way it's not possible. You see, in the first way, I could be proactive. And I am being proactive, kind of. I could be going to class, walking my schedule, emailing my professors, paying for school. Instead, I am making a YouTube video talking about school. So, we'll see what happens. I've got faith in myself. Do you have faith in me? You know, what's funny about these videos is they're filmed in a weird way. And that means every 5 seconds for you is longer than every 5 seconds for me. But weirdly enough, the time is actually kind of flying by. I'm not sure if you're noticing that like I am. I think it's because, I don't know, it's exciting to make this video. Even if the actual spacing and way that I'm doing it is kind of weird, it's exciting. So, as I continue to make this video, we're going to talk about, I don't know, the title is Wake Tech, but I don't know. We could end up talking about anything, so what should we talk about? Oh, I think I have an idea. I'd like to talk to you about, and honestly, I think I'm going to say this and then say, let's get back on topic. And when I say that, I'll probably mean getting back on topic about Wake Tech, but I just said there is no topic. My point here is that I have no idea what the point is. It's hard to be engaging when you don't know your subject. Matter of fact, doing social media at all is kind of like a very big tower that you don't even know how it got built. But the only person ever responsible for building it is me, so I would have to know how it got built, but I really don't. And by tower, I mean if every floor is a certain amount of attention. I don't know what I did to get all this attention. And you might say, Jack, well, you don't have any attention. And you might be right in some relative sense, but let me tell you this. Yesterday's video got about 3x the watch time and views that these vlogs normally get. Now that's a substantial jump, a substantial increase. And I don't know if it's because I sent the link to a bunch of people or I don't know. It could be because it's engaging. I did send the link to a bunch of people, but I have no idea. I'm trying my best here, and I wonder if this is going to sound repetitive or what. What I might do is, after the filming of this, I might just jump to the filming of the other stuff to make everything easier. That could actually be a good idea. I think I'm actually going to do that. I'm not even halfway through making this video, but I'm already thinking about my other videos. It could be nice. But I gotta lock in, because my clips are getting longer now, and I'm supposed to keep to 5 seconds. 5 seconds. In my future of my life, I'm most excited to go back home to Charlotte. I'll be going back home to Charlotte around the 28th of July, and I can't wait. You see, my birthday is the 31st, and that's kind of like why I'm going home, I guess. I don't know, I called off work for it. And let me talk to you a little bit about work. Actually, saying that I was going to talk to you a little bit about work has me kind of wondering, realizing, what was that one thing I was going to talk about? I'm not sure, but I forgot it. Remember I was saying about talking about it, but then I was like, well, what if I end up saying, let's get back on track? And then I was like, well, being back on track will be about talking about Wake Tech, but at a certain point, it's like, what else can I say about Wake Tech? I don't know, but there's definitely some pressure to say something more about it because that's the title of this video. Or maybe it's not. Maybe I changed the title of this video? What's the title of this video? If you could maybe help me out and leave a comment with the title of this video so I know, that'd be nice. So anyway, I'm going home for my birthday, and I couldn't be happier because I'm going to be seeing my family. I can't wait. You know what would be really nice? A family of my own. But as the days go, I mean, I think I'm just not ready for that. I'm 21, about to turn 22, and I only have $2,000 in my savings. Now, granted, that's a lot, but you have to understand the only reason that I do have that $2,000 is because it was given to me by family. I'm very lucky, very fortunate to be in a family where my needs are met. And that kind of presents itself in weird ways throughout my life. Like, for example, this YouTube channel. I honestly don't know if I'd be able to have this dream if it weren't for the way that I was raised. And maybe I would, but my point is the way that I do it and just who I am has a lot to do with my family. So to my family, if they're watching, thanks, because I seriously owe you one. So, with that aside, Wake Tech. Let's talk about it. I think that one of my biggest motivators for going back to school is my parents. I'm not too into it, too excited for school. Like I've said a million times already, I was kind of at a place where I thought maybe I wasn't gonna do it, but I am. So what's the why? Well, I'll tell you, my parents. Both my parents went to school, and while they had very different experiences in school, they both came out of it thinking that their son should go to school. Now, I don't want to say that they actually had that expectation of me, but they do. It's weird, I don't know how to explain this. It's like they do expect that of me, but they don't at the same time. It's kind of like they want to make it clear that they'll be proud of me no matter what I do, but also at the same time I should go to school. I think they'd phrase it as kind of like a recommendation, if that makes sense to you. Like, they highly recommend that I go to school. And I want to go to school, don't get me wrong, but not for the reasons that you might want to go to school. I think the normal person wants to go to school because they see it as a way up, mobility-wise, in the economy. Having a degree, they say, gives you better job options, they say, which can give you a life with more money, they say. And I know I'm saying they say after everything I'm saying, like I don't actually believe what they say, but for the most part, I really do. I think sometimes I find these certain stories and certain things about certain people as ways to think a certain way, but at the end of the day, the truth is, I guess the truth is I don't know what I believe. Here is my reason for going to school. Back to school, I should say. My parents. I want to make them happy, and I think that going to school will make them happy, but they would say, of course, they're already happy. But too bad, parents. I've already decided to make you my reason for going to school. Is that the worst thing in the world? I'm not sure. So I guess we'll come to figure out if making them my reason will be a big mistake or what? See, the thing is, I'm not too opposed to making mistakes. I've made quite a few in my entire life, and over the next couple clips, I think I'll explain a couple. One of my biggest mistakes in life, and mistakes are good, I encourage you to actually make them. One of my biggest mistakes is, get ready to hear this, smoking weed. Who would have thought? And I hope this video doesn't get any sort of demonetization or anything, not that this makes money. But when I was young, I ended up being exposed to marijuana. And what that did in my course of my life is gave me something to lean on. And I think there's many things in my life that I lean on, but that was a big one. And I ended up, and this video is going all over the place, all off topic. I'm no longer talking about Wake Tech anymore. I think Wake Tech has just been sort of the easy thing to title, the easy thing to post, the easy thing to blank. So that was just one of my mistakes, and I made plenty others. I have crashed cars, I have quit team, I have skipped school, I have stolen, I have everything. But at the end of the day, I'm here. And I wouldn't be here if I didn't make those mistakes. So, if anything, I want to make more mistakes. So, you know what I'm excited for? Going to see the F1 movie today. I'm very excited to see the F1 movie. Very, very excited. I really couldn't wait. But I could wait, and I will wait, because that's what I'm doing right now, waiting. So, yeah, I'm waiting. I wonder what is the point? Because this video is coming to an end, and it's time for me to start wrapping up, and then it's time for me to start thinking about what is the point. Is the point this? Is the point that? Is the point all about splat? I'm not sure. My name is jackkadis, and I post videos to the internet. That means you see videos from me that I post to the internet. Sound familiar? Am I making any sense to anyone right now? I don't even think I'm making sense to myself, but I'm trying to like come to a conclusion sort of thing. What am I doing here? I think it's really nice as a hobby for me to have this to do, because I think doing things is good. Like I concluded last video, just do something was my advice to you. So am I going to try and give you advice again in this video? I don't know. I'm not sure I'm qualified to be giving advice to people. That's the thing, I guess, about me. I'm not sure I'm qualified for anything, and if that's the truth, then why would I do anything? So in a way, it's kind of amazing that I'm making this video. Or if it weren't this video, whatever I would be doing, eating, being alive. But I don't mean to get all, you know, like certain ways about it. Let's just switch the subject. I'm not religious. And on one of my social media accounts, I got a comment that was like, find God. Thanks? And you know, transcending social media, I've actually had religious friends try to get me to be religious. Which, you know, at the end of the day, it's weird when people try to push things on you. Like, I don't know how to take it. I don't know how to be about it. I'm not sure how to exist with this. I guess let's switch the subject again. I got one. Let's talk about Wake Tech. Do you or anyone you know suffer from I hate school disease? Because I do. And I know hate's a strong word, I've been told, but school just really blows. Now, in the past, it sucked so much to the point of I take myself out of it. But doing things that suck is actually a pretty valuable trait, I think. So I'm gonna try and push through it this time. Now, that's gonna be pretty crazy because this semester I'm taking 17 credit hours and that's gonna be nutso. But I think I can do it. I think I can do it. And one more time, I'd like to tell you, I think I can do it. It's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be tough. I'm gonna be losing sleep, but I'm gonna do it. So let me ask you something. How do I do it? Well, I think a big thing that I'm gonna do when I go to school is just you wait. I am going to set a bedtime. That means a time for me to be in bed. A time for me to be in bed with no screens, just a book. I think this is gonna help. Because currently my day is filled. Even though it's not filled with good things, it's filled. I watch YouTube, I scroll shorts, and I make videos, and I go to work. These are just the things that I do, and when I add school, I'm gonna wanna do school, but I'm also gonna wanna do all the things I do right now. So I think what's really important is for me to have a time where I have to go to bed. I accidentally filmed one more clip that I was supposed to. Bye, see you tomorrow.